Anyway, we thank God for good health. We thank God for life. We thank God for keeping us even during this very difficult time. And I'm super glad and grateful that you're tuned in to Joy 99.7 FM tonight. My name is Naa Ashorkor, and I'm your host on Strong and Sassy. Strong and Sassy is your number one girl talk show on radio. We talk about everything that matters to us women. We talk about parenting. We talk about relationships. We talk about our girlfriends. We talk about money. We talk about sex and babies. We talk about everything in between. Pretty much everything that matters to us, because we got you. This show is produced by Abu and Abeku. Special thanks to Selwyn on the social media desk. And mega shouts to you, my guests and audience on the phone, on WhatsApp, in your cars, in your homes, watching us on Facebook Live, wherever you're consuming tonight's content from. I love you and thank you for being a part of our show. So, since the unfortunate outbreak of COVID-19 and as part of our attempt to reduce the spread of the virus, we have had all of our guests on Zoom and on the phone and on Skype and so on. So, I share the studio with you, listening to me. It's quite lonely in the studio sometimes without my girls here. But it's good to know that you're all listening to me out there. And together, we make this happen. So here's the number to reach me on to be a part of today's show. Via WhatsApp, you can reach me on 0244-340-437. 0244-340-437. And I'll announce the phone lines as soon as I activate them, so that you can call in. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Mauto. May whatever you touch turn golden. Wishing you a brighter, better, bigger, dream come true future. Ish. Awesome cheers to you, girlfriend. All right. So the lockdown has been lifted, but schools are still on the break. If you have a child in school, they're probably at home now. Or if you're a student, in fact, from nursery or crèche all the way to the postgraduate level, all schools are on break. And so schools and teachers have had to find innovative ways of still continuing lessons and classroom activity. A lot of students and pupils have had to, spend a lot of hours on their computers for Zoom classes and so on. While it's very effective for some people, others have complained bitterly about how inconvenient it is, especially for parents who have to work and still supervise their children's Zoom or online classes. Now, what struck me about this is the fact that children who are as young as 2 or 3 years old also are partaking in Zoom classes and other online classes, and their parents are having to supervise them. It's all well and good until your 2-year-old who cannot sit through a very fun and interesting cartoon has to sit through a Zoom class which you're paying for. I spoke to a friend who told me that he has to pay about 8,500 Ghana cedis, which is $2,000, for his 3-year-old Zoom or online classes. Their school fees have been reduced because of the partial lockdown and because schools are closed, but they have to pay 8,500 Ghana cedis for his daughter's international school. And I was like, what? So I want to hear from you parents out there. Are you having to supervise your children's online classes, and how is it going? Do you think that it is an effective way to learn? Are your children able to learn at all? Are you able to supervise them? Does it take you away from the work that you're also supposed to be doing, at home? Do you feel that is an extra burden, or is it working? Is it working for you? Are you happy to see your children able to, sit at home and learn? Are you happy to be part of the teaching experience with your kids? How is it going? Talk to me. 0244340437. You know what's funny? Some university students are not seeing top. University postgraduate students are struggling to sit through or pay attention to their online classes given all the distractions that are in the home situation. And exams are coming up soon, right? Share your experiences with me on 0244340437. I'm going to be joined on the phone lines by my guest today. I'm going to be talking to Whitney Bwachi Mensah. My darling Whitney, this will be your second time on our show. We are absolutely happy to have you. I'm also going to be joined on the phone lines by my second guest, Gloria Esiedu. She's joining us for the very first time on the show, and I hope she becomes a regular. And all of you who are listening to me right now by WhatsApp on 0244340437. So let me go to the phone lines now and start talking to my guest. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Gloria. How are you?
No, I'm fine. How are you too?
I'm fine too. You sound very bright and sunny.
Don't I? It's been too long a time. How are you
know.
doing?
Actually, I do. We're taking it easy. We're trying to observe the social distancing rules, and we're happy that you know, even though you can't be here in the studios, you're joining us on the phone lines.
That's right.
So how are the kids?
Kids are fine. It's fun. It's tiring. It burns you. It burns you out.
Yeah.
But it's fine. They're okay.
Okay.
Would I trade it for another time? Sometimes I say yes. Sometimes I say no. I don't really know. But we take it one day at a time.
You know what? Let's start from the beginning. Okay, from the top. How old are your kids?
Okay, so I have 3 kids.
Okay.
Ranging from soon to be a 6-year-old to the last one who just turned 1.5 in this month.
Wow, you've got your hands full.
I've got my hands full. My friends call it a kindergarten.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so your kids have been home for 2 months now. Is that right?
Yes.
Do you have a day job?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Does your husband have a day job?
He also has a day job.
All right. So how are you managing?
Open communication. First of all, planning, a lot of planning, which comes out of communication. We get to know exactly what we're doing at what time. My husband, thankfully, has some leverage in the office, so he's able to determine working hours easily for himself.
Okay.
For me, I can't do that much, even though I also have some leverage. I can't do much because my company is in a transitioning mode right now, which means that I am really needed as and when it comes up. But then what I think helped us the most now is that we were able to talk about it from the very onslaught when the announcement came up. The school was also very open enough to let us know that it's not likely to have the third term in school. So we started talking financial-wise, the time and space we would need for the kids, how we will schedule our time and all, and it helped. I must say that the activity itself, as per the plan, is quite different. Every day has its own challenges. For example, your child can wake up one day and say, I don't want to be part of the class today. And you have to find ways and means to get her to do it, because every day they need to submit their activities, and it's a challenge. Before I even go on, now I need to really salute teachers.
Oh, don't
across the world. It's not
Gloria,
a joke.
don't I know?
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. To stay with your child alone, your own child, for 3 hours on a focused task, my dear, it's not a joke. But you take it one day at a time. You can't do anything about it. You can rather do something about it. So do something about it and make it work. Am I going to trade it for another time? I always ask myself that. Should I outsource the service? Will that be better? No. Sometimes you want to have the time with your kids. Let them remember this time. That it came to a time where we had to spend about 12 weeks with my kids in the house, and Mommy did it. Papa did it. Yeah. So that's
and we don't even know how long it's going to be for.
No, we don't. Unfortunately, to this term, ends the third term, and so there's going to be the summer break, which means that school will start in September, somewhere thereabouts. And so it's a long one. After you've dealt with the virtual learning, you have to deal with the long back.
Hey boy, so we do. So after all of this, there's going to the long back is coming up soon. And that means that the kids will be home for 3 months.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And for me, I would encourage parents to be open at this point now. This is the time where you need to speak out. You need to let your husband know, good, I've gone to the office. Look, I'm getting a pay cut. Are you also getting one? I will not be able to support this. I can support that. Once the communication is up and going, everybody can anticipate and can plan towards it. This is not the time to be complaining and be overly nagging to your husband. They don't need that, because for all you know, he's dealing with something in the office. You may also be dealing with something at home. You guys need to talk and be open to each other and know what you can do, what you cannot do, especially around this time.
Very well said, Gloria. Thankfully, I don't have to do any virtual. My kids are going on 3 and then 1 year old. So we just watch cartoons. We watch Dave and Ava all day long, and that actually made me realize that we don't have a lot of local content for our children. Everything, all of the cartoons and all of the learning material we have online are, from elsewhere. We don't have any local content. So you and I are going to start working on something soon. My second guest has just joined us on the phone lines. Her name is Aisha. She's a proprietor of a school. And so we'd like to know, from the school's point of view, how things are. Hello, Aisha.
Hello, Naa. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm so happy that you have joined us.
Thank you.
What's the name of your school, if you don't mind sharing?
It's called Ikra Educational Center. We have a branch in Jowlu and then in East Legon for our weekday school. And then we have more branches in Asalibotri and Awoshi for the weekend school in addition.
Okay, and is it preschool or JHS?
Yes, currently it's preschool and basic school, so from crèche all the way to P6.
So you are the superstars who take care of our babies. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, is your school? I know, right, Gloria? Is your school currently conducting any online courses or classes for your pupils?
Yes, currently we are doing an online program for our students, but we have put it in 2 different sections. We have one that is for KG2 all the way to P6, where we combine Zoom video conferencing and then using the online school portal, which is customized for our youth. And then we have the WhatsApp only for those below kindergarten 2, just for the parents to engage them.
So I'm interested in that bit. For those below kindergarten 2, you send information to the parents to do what?
Okay, so this is what we do. We do recordings. Our teachers do recordings of concepts or topics, basically. So the recording is sent on the parents' WhatsApp group. So children of, for example, nursery 2 have all been placed and they have their parents' contact in a particular group named Ikra Academics Nursery 2. So the teacher for Nursery 2 records content. It can be audio, it can be video, and then we send it in there, and then we then request for some level of activity at the time of the parents. So if you're at work, when you return, you could still get the child to watch. If he is watching and he gets distracted, you can pause and continue another time, because it's not live, okay, it's recorded. Then later, when you are able to get the child to do some level of activity, then you can send it back, either directly through the teacher or back on the page for comments.
Are you still running your normal curriculum online? So with the WhatsApp videos and so on, is this your regular curriculum?
Okay, so this is what we did. When schools were abruptly brought to an end, that's around the middle of March, we were left with barely about 4 weeks to end the term. So what we did was we proceeded on an early vacation, okay, instead of waiting to complete the 4 weeks, because now you can't go back to school. So what happened was when we returned after the 3 weeks, and that took us to the second week of April, what we tried to do was to complete the weeks that we could not do before going home. So we just had about a week of teaching and learning, and then revision, and then exam. So in the past 2 weeks, what we did was to attempt to complete the 1 week of teaching and learning, do the revision, and then this week we are doing the online exam for the KG2 upwards. But for the children who are below KG2 is termed preschool. Okay, so in fact, a Ghanaian child can stay home until he or she is 4 years before they come to formal school.
Yes, that's the right age for enrollment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for the children below KG2, it's more of engagement, more of connection with their teachers and stuff like that. Not really to say you are continuing curriculum, you are doing exams. For children below that, below 4, it's not about that. But for the children above age 4, which is KG2 and above, yes, what we are doing currently is to do exams, and then in May, which is next week, we would actually start covering the third term curriculum.
What about fees? Are parents paying the same school fees? Are you going to be refunding some to them, or what arrangement do you have for parents with regards to fees?
Okay, so what Equal Educational Center did was to look at it in this way. Considering we only had 1 week of teaching and learning for second term to end, for which we have looked at other ways of covering online. The communication we sent to our parents, and thankfully with the help of our PTA and the support of our parents, they did understand that they needed to complete the second term tuition, because this was a term that had begun about 3 months or 3.5 months before 15th March. So that understanding was there that if you have any outstanding fees for second term, you need to complete it. And that is what would take us to end of this month, which is to end of April, to write the second term exam. Once we get into May, there are 2 categories of parents. You would have those whom genuinely may not be able to go onto an online program for various reasons. It could be accessibility to internet, it could be cost of data, it could be because they are frontline workers, or they still go to work and they may not be able to handle it. So what we told our parents was that we would actually encourage you to come onto the online program, because we don't even know how long this is going to go. We don't even know if this school closure may go till August or even till September. What then happens to third term content? So we encourage them to come. However, if there are genuine reasons why you cannot have your students onto the online program, whenever school resumes, we would attempt to do a crash program for your child. But if you can't, then this is what we're going to do. We're going to put our termly fees away, and then rather charge an online monthly fee for the service we are providing you online, which would definitely be lesser than what you pay if we divide your full term fees by maybe 3 months or 3.5 months. So you do this monthly fee for the online program until schools are called back. And when schools are called back, then now we can say, okay, we've been called back. We are coming to continue or we are coming to have maybe 2 months of school in school. So this is how much you pay. So it's a bit difficult for a parent to understand that my children are home. I supervise them to do their online learning. I buy the data, and maybe I even have to invest in a tablet or a computer, and then I still have to pay the same fee. So yes, we had to come down on the fee, but it could not go free because we have bills to pay. Teachers, I, for example, rent my facility, and for all this while that school is on break,
you're still paying the rent.
Yes, my rent is still running. My landlord said I would do a 1 month concession for you, and that was $2,000. And once the 1 month was over, as I speak, we are still in talks with the way forward, because now the 1 month has ended. What then happens?
Wow.
Wow.
So you see, it's important for us to consider things from the school's point of view also, Gloria.
Yeah. Yeah,
very,
yeah,
very,
totally agree.
very.
Mm.
And you know, you
I
have
don't know how
teachers.
she's
I,
doing
for example, have 120 teachers, staff who work under me.
And you're still paying them?
Yeah, currently all at home. For March, I could pay. But for this month, I don't see where the funds is going to come from.
Wow.
For March, I paid them in full, even though they stayed home for 2 weeks of the month. But this month, I don't know where the money is going to come from.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
I guess it's not easy for either parties.
No, it's not. It's
So
not.
do you
It's
think
not.
that, Gloria, Aisha, do you think that if this should continue for the next 2 months or so, you're going to be able to cope? I'll start with you, Gloria.
Clearly, we will not be able to cope with this for too long a time. Definitely, work pressures will come up. The lockdown has been lifted. We can't work from home forever. The flexibility definitely would have to return to normal at a point in time. Teachers, schools, I can only speak from where my kids go to school. I know they can also do it for a certain amount of time because, like she said, she's renting a building. My school, it's their own building, all right, but they also have some facilities probably that they are taking on rent as well. We can't clearly keep this up for a long time. I don't know how government will come in. I don't know how the civil society will come in on this, but clearly something has to be done. We have to have some leadership, some global leadership around this, some national leadership around this.
How about you, Aisha? Do you think that if this should persist for the next couple of months, you can keep your head above water?
Definitely not. Definitely not. This month is especially, even for parents who may have a few arrears to clear. It's like the moment the children are home, everything freezes. So even if you have a parent who perhaps was even owing the full term fee, for the mere fact that the child is not coming to school, even that money is not coming. So yes, I have heard the narrative from government that yes, it will be difficult to help or support the private schools. But if these stimulus packages, I have consciously looked at the updates day after day as they come from the president, looking to hear what exactly is the government saying about private schools. Until now, I haven't really heard anything sound in relation to, and we actually.
Do you have any suggestions? What do you think the government can do during this time?
Okay, so for me, I think that government would need to look at the stimulus package and do something that is designed specially for private schools, just to support us, especially when it comes to our staff costs. Yes, we may not be able to pay them in full, even if you can raise the money on your own. But something just to keep their families going. I have male staff who have wives, who have children, and they are all expected to cope. So yes, something, even if it's a percentage, especially for schools that pay government records, the Ghana Revenue Authority, they pay their expected taxes and all of that. This is a time when government should still ask that, okay, for being good citizens and contributing to the country, this is how I am also helping support you. These are staff who pay PAYE, the pay as you earn, from their monthly salary. Every month, me as an employer, I make sure I do the deductions and pay to GRA. And every month, I don't pay less than 5,000 cedis out of my staff salary to the GRA. If for 1 month or 2 or even 3 months, government is saying, oh, for you having paid your PAYE to help the nation grow in this difficult time when you are jobless, take this 300 cedis and use it to support, to take care of your family at home. I think that staff would eternally be willing to pay that tax.
Very well said, Aisha. You know, it's interesting because when you listen to the parents and their grievances, it almost sounds as if the burden is only on parents and family. But I'm very glad that we spoke to you and you've given us a perspective of teachers and school owners as well. Thank you so much for talking to us, Aisha. Gloria, my love, thank you so much for joining us also, and I look forward to talking to you more
thank you.
In the coming weeks.
Now, but before we go, I would like to really, really give kudos to Aisha and to every proprietor, any person in business. Cheers, a big, big thumbs up to her, and to encourage all parents to not throw in the towel. They should just try, find ways and means of going around this to help the kids at the end of the day.
Amen, Gloria. Thank you for joining us. I wish we could talk some more. If you know Gloria, we started the show with Gloria. She has a very special place in my heart. And I see all of your messages coming in. I'll try to read some of them as we go. Evan Spencer here from the Joy Newsroom also joins us. He has a story to share about tutoring his kids at home. I'm also going to be joined by Gloria Asiedu, our second Gloria for today, who's going to be telling us about how she's able to, help her children at this time do all of their online classes and run her business. You're tuned into Strong and Sassy Live on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Naa Ashorkor, and I'm going to read some of your messages just before we talk to Evan Spencer and Gloria. All right, this one says, "Hello, Naa Ashorkor. It's always very refreshing to hear your voice on radio. I hope you're doing great." Yeah, I'm doing great, and I'm glad you're joining us via WhatsApp. More messages coming in. A very special happy birthday going out to Jaden Enyonyam Otutu Owusu Odame. He turns 2 years old today. May he grow in stature and wisdom and find favor before God and man in Jesus' name. And that's from Abu, what's your problem? That's from Sami Odami, your daddy here at Joy FM. Sami, Abu has an issue with how long your baby's name is. So that's just FYI. Happy birthday to Martha Isia Joa Yali. She also turns 5 years old today, both of Royal Streams International. Happy birthday to you, guys. Wishing you all the very best. Okay, more messages coming in. Hello, Naa Ashorkor. It's always very refreshing to hear you on radio. Okay, I think I already read that, but you sent some more. All right. I'm not a parent and definitely done with university, but I think the Zoom thing is not an effective way of learning for children in the preschools, especially the 2-year-olds and 3-year-old kids, since they don't know the in and out of technology. It's rather better for university students. Also, my heart really beats for students in areas with no electricity, with poor internet connections, with no network connections. It seems no one is talking about them. And that's from Chronicles, listening to us from Takrady. Very well said. Thank you for sending that message. Okay, more messages coming in on 0244 340 437. I'll read them as we go. Hello, Na. I really don't know why suddenly online classes have become some kind of a big thing in our conversations in the year 2020. All right, thank you for sending that in. Okay, I'm now joined on the phone lines by our very own Evan Spencer, who swerved me today. I didn't meet him when I came in. Hi, Evans. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I came in beaming with smiles when I entered the studios, and I said, "Where's Evans?" And they said, "Oh, he swerved you." So I'm glad. I'm glad we are connecting via phone. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Actually, I'm working from home. I'm working from home, so that's why I'm not in the office.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
So, how many kids do you have, Evans?
2. I have 2 boys.
How old are they?
So 7. Well, I mean, that he turns 7 next month, so let's say 7.
7-ish.
And then there is 7-ish. Yeah, and then there's a 2-ish.
Oh no.
So
okay.
7-ish and 2-ish.
And how are you coping with their education while at home because schools are closed?
Oh goodness me! This is one of the biggest revelations I've made in the last few weeks. So, my wife was handling it mostly, and then this week I took charge, and I'm like, oh goodness me, this is really difficult. First of all, the classes is virtual. So the teacher shows up. I think they are using Google Classroom. So the teacher shows up and is lecturing and teaching them 7-year-old kids. And the challenge is to get him to sit down and stare into the camera throughout the process and pay attention. Has an exercise book beside him and writes into it. And I kept on, because I'm also working, by the way. So I'm also working while this is happening. And so you go and do your work, and then you give him instructions, and then you are there, you hear him, shout, and you come back, and you have to mute his microphone, and oh goodness, it was all over the place. It was all over the place. And then I realized that they give them assignments, right? And the assignments, you have to turn it in virtually. So now you have to convert the thing on Google Docs, and then you get him to type. A 7-year-old, he has to type the thing out on Google Docs by himself, and then it was tough. It was tough. But I actually came to appreciate, number one thing, the teachers more than anything else. Because the challenge of just getting him to pay attention was just out of his world. And myself getting used to the system itself and he was teaching me. He said, "Oh, you don't click there, Daddy. That's not how you join a conversation. click here, exit." And I click, and it's okay. And then I have to convert the Google Docs into some other form that he can now
turn it in,
answer the questions. And I'm like, I had no idea. And so click here, and I did.
Oh wow!
Do this, and I do. And so he walked me through the process. All I need to do was to now, having done that, leave it for him to finish, and then just observe and see and right. And so no, it's been an eye-opening experience over the last 3 weeks or so, or 4 weeks or so.
Are you enjoying it?
Oh no! Oh. I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it.
Oh, you didn't lie.
One day. I mean, I couldn't even allow you to finish asking that question because it's just tough.
But Evans, you are always working. There isn't a day that I come here that I don't see you working. So while this can be difficult, some parents actually appreciate their opportunity to spend some quality time with their children. Is that not the case for you?
I don't think that around studies and schoolwork, it built. I don't know why I struggle to see that as quality time. For me, quality time with them is playing with them, having fun, teasing them, running around, rolling on the floor, or watching some family television together. When I guess it's just where my mind was. When it comes to school, I think it's work, and so you have to pay attention. You have to just forget about, and so I get the parents who think it's an opportunity, but for me, when I see that it's just work. I see the pain side of it, not the joy side of it. Maybe I should take your approach. Just see the joy side of it more. Maybe that will make it.
Maybe
easier,
it will just soften it for you. But about school fees also, are you paying the same amount, as you would during regular times, or do you have a discount of your school fees?
So the school has been gracious enough to reduce the fees by 15%, 15, and so that has been good. But even that, I haven't managed to pay up yet. And I guess it is all very awkward. I mean, it's a lot of money. Even the 50% off is still a lot of money. But I definitely appreciate the thought put into it, because I realize that the teachers are going to take a pay cut during the period. So I mean, I didn't even mind paying the full fees, just for the teachers, but they decided to cut it by that. And obviously, we had a virtual PTA recently.
Okay.
And
did you attend?
I mean, so say that again.
Did you attend?
Oh yeah, I did attend. Cool. A virtual PTA on Zoom. I mean, every parent in the school
attended.
Well, I mean, we attended. I thought so. I mean, because there's a lot of people attending, and the schools walked us through what they were doing and how much it's costing, and that's where we got to know teachers are going to take a 30% pay cut. I mean, and that felt a bit, that felt a bit difficult.
Okay.
And they told us they're going to reduce. But I also realized then that parents were also struggling. So a lot of parents on the platform were telling us about how they also lost their jobs, because the pandemic is hit every hard, and so the 50% they don't mind if they were asking if the school could do a bit more. So it's a very difficult time for everyone.
It is. And Evans, I just got a message from my friends over at We Go Innovate. They are an edutech platform, and they say to tell you that tell Evans that we're bringing him something really cool, learn by playing, and it's to be a good opportunity for you to spend quality time with your kids while learning, because it's all play. I have to say goodbye to you now, but we're going to come back and hopefully reconnect with you and Whitney Boache Mensah. Thank you so much for talking to us. This is Strong and Sassy live on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Naa Ashorkor. We'll be right back.
Look, Okoso, you cry. Why? One school that you are attending for your own future. What do you see, Kasa? Are you a toll booth operator? Today is Sunday. The mobile money vendor won't come.
Oh, ma. I was only calling to tell you that you can now send and receive mobile money on all networks. Ma, me say, there's no network, no network cry. And for who? Across easy. Yes, ma. What do you send me 50 Ghana in a shard?
You let me call you later. I'm applying for Made on my back.
Oh, ma.
From your network to other networks, you can now send and receive mobile money directly across IA Easy. This service is powered by Gift.
You're tuned in to Joy 99.7 FM. This is Strong and Sassy live on your radio, celebrating 25 years of broadcasting excellence. My name is Naa Ashorkor. You welcome back. We're talking about virtual learning, how parents are coping. Are the children learning at all? And the impact it has on schools, educators, and so on. I've got Whitney Boache Mensah on the line. Whitney is a mom, and she's a champion of... she's one person who's been championing learning at home with the kids, and including an all-inclusive, learning and playing with kids at home. Whitney. Hello, Whitney.
Who is the champion?
You are the champion. Because Whitney makes me
also
question my parenting every day, because I wake up in the morning, go on Facebook and see little finger drawings and flowers and Play-Doh and puzzles, and I'm like, what am I doing? So, Whitney, I'm so happy that you have joined us on the phone lines. So, what's your experience with virtual learning during this time?
Now, for the older one, it's easy because he's almost 11, so you can reason with him. But for the 2 and the 5, the attention span is 2 seconds. So I am surprised you are questioning your. Me too, I'm questioning mine. Because I see other people.
Whitney, you take the cake. You take the cake.
Other people taking a cake. I think when all this is over, we will never look at teachers the same way again, especially teachers of preschoolers. We won't look at them the same way again.
Whitney, it doesn't have to be over for us to realize it. We realize it 3 days in. So we know. I mean, it's a lot of parents around the world, have been lamenting. I saw a video of somewhere, I think in the USA, where teachers of a particular preschool, it's a community school, did a street parade in their cars. And so all the children came out of their homes and they just waved them, just let them know they're thinking about them and so on. Because we miss the teachers, and we have really come to appreciate the role that they play in the lives of our children. So you have, how old is your last?
He's 3.
Is he also able to do his online classes?
No. For them, I think the owner of the school knew that virtual learning on Zoom with children under 5 wouldn't even work. So for them, they have the hard copy that fortunately
you do coloring and so on.
She actually came round every home from what I know, and then she will call you from her car. You come and she hands over that to you.
Well, how gracious of her.
Yeah, so they have that.
I see.
And
that's nice.
Yes, that's what we're working. So the ones you see are all that stuff that she sends, and we're working.
Please, can I have her phone number? Just WhatsApp with me back door. I need to. Because you're just doing the most on social media. And as we compliment our teachers, may I just say to all of you moms and dads out there who are able to sit with your little ones and supervise their coloring, their little paintings and finger work and so on, you're doing the most. More grease to your elbows and continue the hard work. Whitney, I wish we could talk to you some more, but unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you tonight. But we'll talk again definitely another time.
No problem.
All right. So it's exactly 14 minutes to the top of the hour now. And as part of our efforts to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus here in the studios, we wrap up 5 minutes ahead of the show. So instead of 8 p.m., I'm going to be wrapping up at exactly 7:55 so that we can clean up and wipe up and disinfect the place before the next presenter comes in. So I'm going to activate the phone lines now. You can call in and let me know what your experience is with virtual learning during this time. 0302-216-541 is the number to reach me on. 0302-216-541. You can still send your messages via WhatsApp on 0244-340437. Here are some of your messages from Jackson Gilanyo. Hey, Naa, I'm very surprised that the national television doesn't have anything for children. It's so bad you have to pay before you have something for your children. That's from Ebusu. Oh, all right, Jackson Gilanyo. Thank you so much. By the way, you can tune into Joy Learning. We have some wonderful programs for JHS and SHS, kind courtesy, Joy Learning and Wolo TV for your little ones. So you can, by all means, check it out. Hello.
Yeah, now how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing so good.
What's your name?
Yeah, this is Kofi calling from Adenta.
All right, Kofi, you're live.
Yeah, it's so surprising that despite the fact that teachers are doing so well, they are going to get pay cuts. I mean, come on. Online teaching is very, very difficult. And I'm wondering, why it should be so? But the questions that were not asked, the private schools, don't they make profits over the years? Elsewhere in the world, people are even paying their employees, giving them much more because of the difficult times that we are all facing. How will the teacher be able to buy data if you are going to cut their salaries? And we all agree that they are doing so well to help. So where from this one? I mean, for me, I think that teachers are underpaid, and that is one of the things that parents ought to take a very critical look at. And coronavirus, once in a while, it should pop in because it's actually giving us a lot of ideas. It's just amazing.
I beg your pardon. Did you say once in a while coronavirus should pop in?
Oh yes.
Oh my goodness! You didn't say that.
Even on this show, look at the depth of knowledge that your guests showed. I mean, it means that human beings can really think. We can think, but we're not thinking. Nobody appreciates the teacher. I mean, people go to PTA meetings and they don't even talk for teachers. Some teachers are paid 300 Ghana cedi a month. Can you imagine that? And no parents take an interest in it. Proprietors are making so much money. This is the time they should pay those teachers and stop what they're saying.
All right. Thank you so much, Kofi. For sharing, but definitely, we cannot hope that we have this virus popping every now and again. That's just overstretching it. But thank you for your call. We appreciate it, and we absolutely appreciate you teachers for the great work that you do. And this gives us an opportunity to treat you better. Thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Tobias.
Tobias, you're live.
Yes, please. Yeah, please, what I want to say, I'm also a teacher. Yeah, I teach at Southwest International School, La Paz. I want to comment on our sister Gloria was saying something, and that is what I also want to pass a comment on.
All right, dear. Go on ahead.
Please, now I believe parents in the house have seen what teachers are doing to help raise their children to become future leaders. I want all parents to know that this time teachers really need them because while they feed the money to the proprietors and this virus who had come in, teachers, most of the private teachers are in the house, and as I speak, even money to buy food with their parents has become a problem. So I will tell parents that they should appreciate the teachers if they have their numbers. They should appreciate them so that after everything had calmed down, we can also put much strength and move and help their children. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tobias. I appreciate your call. I'll pick up my last call now. Hello. Hello.
Yes, now good evening.
Hi, good evening. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, now this is Abusa Jackson Jelano, the message you read right now.
Okay. I hope I didn't murder your name.
You are trying to.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
All right.
It's not your language, so you can mention properly like me.
Thank you for the pardon. You're live.
Tete oya jogba.
Oh, fine. We're hearing blah.
Odani moshi. Moha many ofen oya jogba.
Amen.
Yeah, now from your starting of your program, you said something that you watch cartoons with your children. That's good. Now I can say watching cartoons with your children, they get a lot of benefits. Me myself, I do that. But my surprise, and I always think about this thing always, because this country we have about population about 30-something million. We have national television, which have a lot of stations, but they don't have any children content for our children. And I don't know how they think. I don't know how the authority think about all these things, because we have a reason. That's why they create those children cartoons and things children learn from. But I don't know how they are thinking about it in this country. If you want to have something for your child, you have to pay before. Only GNTV Junior have something free.
Actually, we have something really good on Joy Learning.
It depends on the age.
Okay.
It depends on the age. My children the older one is just 6 years, the second one is 5 years, and the third one is getting to 2 years. And we don't have anything like that. You have to have DSTV and paying DSTV, Go TV before you have something for your children. Meanwhile, the fundamental basic learning for our children is our future. And nobody is thinking about those things. We have a reason. That's why when they are showing TV, film on TV, they put age content over there. They know the reason why they are putting all those things. Now, do you know that a lot of bad things we are having in this country, some of our children learning from watching adult TV? I think the authority have to rethink again about this issue.
Thank you so much, Jelano, for all of the notes and all the things you've drawn our attention to tonight. We appreciate it. That will be my last call for today. I'm sorry I can't pick up more calls. I'll read a couple of messages and then we'll say goodbye. All right. It's so refreshing to hear Evans Mensah having a chat with you now. Every time I hear Evans, it's work. I'm finally heard an easy side of life. And that's from Kwame from Kumasi. Kwame, I know, right? Evans likes work too much. Always working. Very good show, very educative as always. Good job, Naa. Well, thank you, Naa. No sides. Well, thank you, Naa. Well, thank you. Amazing. Oh, it's from Hannah Lisa. Oh, Hannah Lisa. See, my head was just about to get a little oversized. But Hannah Lisa, thank you so much for your message. So much love going out to you. Mwah, 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 mwah. And special shouts to all of my people listening to the show tonight. Shouts to Sami Kofi. Shouts to my darling cousin Edwin. Hello, sweet Naa. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share my thoughts. Hope my contribution helped. Absolutely. I'm glad that you called in or sent us messages. And I also like to say a very special shout to my mom. My mom is listening to us right now. According to my little sister, she's been sitting by the radio since 6 p.m. just to listen to our show tonight. I miss you so much. I'm sorry I can't come home. We are respecting social distancing. And I can't wait to see you again. And sending you lots of hugs and kisses. And a very special happy birthday going out to Granville, Kelogo, and Dominic Ajiman from Selwyn and all of us here at the Multimedia Group. We're sending you lots of love, hugs, sunshine and rainbows, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Also, happy birthday going to Mauto. May whatever you touch turn golden. Wishing you a brighter, better, bigger dream come true future. Awesome girl. Cheers. And the time is now exactly 5 minutes to the top of the hour. This is where I say goodbye. My name is Naa Ashorkor. This has been your number one girl talk show on your radio, strong and sassy, live on Joy 99.7 FM, celebrating 25 years of broadcasting excellence. Still to come is the Overdrive with Sami Forson. Or Iggy is going to be with us tonight, and George Quay comes along with some good love tunes later in the evening. Enjoy.